It's fantastic to see them play in this form, honestly. And obviously, the addition of Balefrost into that roster has been more of an impact than I would have thought. And Bale, you know, I'm a Bale stan. I absolutely admire Balefrost's abilities. It's fantastic to see him land on a good team.
I was gonna continue the conversation about Oath, but I have to direct my attention towards this plane pack. This one is garbage, and already we are seeing, I'm counting 4, I might be counting 5 with Radiance, teams going to Sosnovka Island. Exodus, it's not just their island anymore. They're gonna have to share it, and I don't know how well they are sharing their toys.
Interesting one as well to note is Radiance switched up. Have we seen them switch up to Novo yet? I don't think we've had enough kind of South Plains to say
maybe
whether or not that's a backup drop or maybe just a reactionary drop. But yeah, it's crowded down there.
Well, the team that's actually in the center is going to be Fabled, and they've had a struggle of a weekend, so hopefully they can at least hold off the initial sort of chaos. This circle, this is actually a relatively normal circle, probably one of the most straightforward we've gotten this entire weekend, but when you pair it with this plane path, it does still make things a little complicated.
Yeah, and this is why it's always important to kind of bear in mind. Again, I don't want to say there is any bias for Southern Plains going to military, but this is why you've always got to keep it in the back of your mind. I know some teams will lean into the South Plains, South starting, the 10% slice, however you wanna cut it. But I actually always like the combo of bad plane to bad circle. I guess I'm just a freak for chaos.
Okay, now, did you like that when you were a player?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Okay, there it is. No, you get a little bit of taste for the sadistic once you're on the other side of the camera.
Historically, bad plane into bad circle when you drop in North George is like the worst combination ever. And again, we used to hate military circles because it's just so much distance to travel. But again, when we moved to Rostock, bad plane off, if it's a bad south plane off center circle, then you're in Rostock. You can pretty much rotate anywhere from there. It's all about where you are, and that first circle pop. I mean, it should change up your game plan for a lot of teams, but you see some teams just stuck in their ways.
Yeah, and part of that could come from lack of experience. Also, could just come with lack of motivate. Not what's it? I am at a loss for words. Confidence. There it is. Oh my God, that is not even like an SAT word. That's a normal word that I just couldn't think of. It's fine. We're moving on. Lack of confidence in your abilities and your shot caller to be able to call things on the fly.
Well, I mean, that's it. That's the test of a good idea, right? You dealt all of the bad RNG from the game, and you can still, execute a game plan and place consistently across it. And again, it's very rare that we ever have like a 12-game series, 18 games to 20, however many game series where it's a combination of the two every single map. But on these ones, it's again, you have to make the best of a bad situation. Unfortunately, there for Radiance, again, if they'd have just kind of committed up north again, maybe they would be sitting a little bit prettier. But dropping last out of the plane path and banking on not getting the circle is again another bad combination.
Full circle, talking about a good IGL. At the same time, you also need a team that can follow up and actually execute on your calls. And Oath is the team that I think is a good example of that, because Wolf has been a shot caller for quite a while, and Demic was, I think, his latest long stint as a shot caller, but it never really panned out. And I don't know how much of his calling has changed since Endemic, now on Oath, but you can definitely say that he has the tools at his disposal with all of his teammates to be able to execute very, very strongly on whatever calls he makes. But the Sonics right now, let's move on to them because they're on the screen, and they might have some action. Driving just over the other side of this ridge is going to be elusive, and H-Win pulling out the sniper rifle to see if he can't do a little bit of damage, but
T-Sock might get himself a free kill here.
don't know what intuition that was that forced Seesock to turn around.
That's a timing right there. It landed the first shot, but unfortunately couldn't follow up on it, as we have the kill rankings up on screen right now. Interestingly enough, I see 3 of Oath, and not your favorite IGL.
But at the same time, this isn't even a read against Wolf's own fragging abilities. When you have Snaker's Relo and Balefrost, like, you're gonna have to be clawing and scratching for every single kill. Yeah, but it's fantastic. I'll come back to this again. It's fantastic to see Bale slot into a roster where A, the team overall is performing, but B, he's kind of at the top of it. He's up there. He's putting numbers up, and that's really fantastic to see for him. Interesting by Radiance. They are taking their Novo position, holding the crossroads for at least a little bit to see if anyone is coming over the eastern bridge. They certainly saw that there were a number of teams landing on the west side of the military bridge. And I don't know how long they're going to stay here, but look at Illusion and also Taylor J from Exodus. They could find a couple of free kills. Taylor J, though, he definitely heard those shots. He might know that something is up.
He's silent pulling up to the compound. I love this from Taylor J. This is, they're not going to have any idea that somebody has just pulled up to the 1-story here. Taylor J with the 200 IQ plays. He does hear the shots up on the observatory. He doesn't really want to mess with that too much, but if he can get himself a free knock and a flush onto Radiance here, he's kind of scoping out, expecting them to go towards the bridge. You're going to hear the UAZ fire up here. Will he open up onto the back of Radiance here or let them go? The problem being, if he shoots at them, the rest of Radiance is just going to stop and hold him.
Oh, yeah. Not to mention Illusion, that he knows was on the top of that hill and shooting down. So I feel if Radiance watch back this VOD and they see how close Taylor J was, they might be like suddenly terrified. Because how they let a threat get that close and they had no clue.
This is the other thing now. Obviously, Taylor J has the information that it was a different team shooting down on them, right? So, again, now we've got this situation where we've got 2 members of Illusion pulling up. They probably saw Taylor J pull up, or they might have assumed that, you know, that was all one team rotating away. So, Taylor J not necessarily out of the runnings for getting a scrappy kill down by the crossroads here.
The rest of Exodus are grouping up. So if this does become a fight, which, considering looking at the blue, I don't think either team wants this, but it's going to be a traffic jam over the bridge. A couple of shots already out, so the action is going to start. There's going to at least be a couple of shots. Rangers pushing forward very aggressively. The question is, do they know that Taylor J is there? Taylor J shoots, so his position is revealed.
And now he's actually, Ranger's going to open up with the Scar. Doesn't land anything with that first little spray, but Taylor J needs to be careful now because one member of Illusion backing up behind him. Now Vegas going to send some support down his way. But Taylor J now, this could have come back to bite him. He's kind of stuck on the back of this wall now. His vehicle all the way back over the 1-story. He's going to try and cross back over to it. But Ranger going to put this out. Oh, you got to land those. You got to get that knock. That
was a freebie. But
this is just a
he has
free,
second chance.
You. There we go.
Second time's the charm. Don't worry. He saved face in the end. And I don't think Exodus are going to be able to revive him. They're not even close to the circle that's already on its second phase. We can go talk about that later because we're still involved in this fight. I don't know who has the best path to leave. I got to say Exodus, but it doesn't look like they're in any hurry to head on out. I say that. 2 of them hopping into a vehicle.
I was going to say, the problem is usually in this situation, there's just no winners. It's whoever leaves first. There you go. Generator's going to get knocked to the blue. He's going to get himself flushed out. Icy Effect's going to pick up a free kill there. Now, as I was saying, there's just no winners in this situation because now I fully expect Exodus to sit on the other side of the bridge.
Or whoever is remaining. I don't know where Pat Caps went. He might have gone towards the west bridge as far as we know. I didn't see anyone going over the eastern bridge behind Vegas. In the meantime, Comets have taken a couple of licks, but right now STK, so far 0 kills. But they have their sights set on the Houston Hardships. And the Hardships have been an interesting team. They've had a couple of moments of greatness and a couple of moments of, well, the opposite of that. And they're a little spread right now. Fabled, significantly more grouped up, could find an opportunity, but I think the rotations are coming in. Maluk and Lobes are both repositioning themselves, trying to get closer, or at least hide in the vehicles.
Yeah, I think Lobes maybe has an idea SDK positioned over there, so he's just parked his buggy on the north side of this yellow. Can't call it a yellow anymore because it's blue. Is this one blue or pink? Are we in a pink or a blue right now?
It's a yellow. I think it's a pink, but it's a yellow.
Still a yellow. I think it was Toby
Yellow's
was telling
not a
me
color
they're called
anymore.
planks now. They're called planks. That kind of stuck with me for a day, and then it started to irritate me.
And then promptly forgot. You can try and change callouts all you want. It's like a proper noun. It doesn't actually matter what it is. It's the official name. It's in the books.
We got Fabled in a similar spot to where they were in the first Erangel game. Well, not first, second. Because the first one was the Millie Island. So I'm hoping they weren't playing here in the first game. Maybe that's why they didn't place too well. But
that's why they've been doing so poorly.
This was, I think they were over by the 3-story, if I'm not mistaken. That was where they saw that weird engagement with Wildcard, where Honey Badger decided to drive 2 kilometers in circles, and not take the fight with them. We see Elusive
doing
now.
Weird things isn't super unique.
No, it's not. Mime might pick himself up. We got the engine cut from Fizzle there. Mime seemingly out in Narnia. No teammates with him, but he might actually pick up this third vehicle coming past him, which is a completely different team. It's actually Livid. Diattack coming past. Oh. There you go. We'll get the killing blow onto the UAZ. Going to pick himself up a kill point there. Now, I'm not entirely sure where that Livid player came from, because the rest of them were elusive, unless my eyes deceive me.
Yeah, it's been a weird crisscross of rotations. You can see Livid way off in the distance on Mime's screen right now, but this is still a very good aggressive
was just
maneuver
trying to
by the
blend in.
Sonics.
He was just trying to blend in. And now Livid are driving back south towards school. They're going to run into Comets. Yeah. Okay. Not sure what to make of this.
Illusion and Exodus. Yeah, so, okay, I was right about Pad Caps. He went over to the western bridge, so did the rest of Illusion. And they're still in the blue, though, which is going to start to add up over time. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but for as long as they've been inside of it, I hope they have a lot of meds. But this shift is going to be interesting. I'm pretty sure we all know where shift number 4 is going to go. It's going to be another hard shift towards the southeast. And you can see everyone revving their engines and trying to get down there as quickly as possible. But I don't know how much space there is to share.
There are a lot of teams on the north side of the river. There are a lot of teams. So this is going to be interesting. A couple of teams making a mad dash. STK probably going to come back and take the Prior over on the east side. Uncivil actually going to go for a quick dip there on his 2-seater. As I was saying, Halo actually making it to the desired destination. That's what I was talking about, the Prior over on the east side. We've got Fabled already over at Valley 8 compound. Do we still pay homage to Valley 8 and call that Valley 8 compound? I think we do.
Ooh, that's going to have to be up to
we
the
still got Valley 8, we
side.
still got Sharky compound. No, I just made a decision.
I'll take it. I'll
they
take
don't
it.
Get to call it. They don't get to call
It's
it.
official. It's official. You hear it from our Lord God Hypoc himself. God King
maybe that's
Judge,
a bit personal bias.
Executioner. just a little bit.
Yeah, just a tad.
That's a tad. Fabled, trying to steal this compound away from the Comets. Ooh, that timing looked just a second away from being really good for Greg Shot. I'm sure the Comets are aware of Fabled's approach, and they have been wounded. We didn't see exactly what happened, but we saw it in the kill feed. And I believe the Comets are down to 2 that you see right. No, Victor. Okay, down to 3. It's Victor on the left side. And Evasion's going quite aggressive, but elsewhere on the map, on the southeast of the circle, free kill for Oath.
Yeah, Snake is going to feel good about that one. That was onto Kickstart. He will fall from Zenith, putting them down to 3, but they have themselves a little bit of space around the yellow. We are committing to yellow. We're committing to, I've decided on that as well. It's Valley 8 compound, and these are yellows. That's it. So Oath's going to pick himself up a kill point. Zenith will lose one. As we jump back over, actually Maluk going to find Fizzle over here, but a nade from T-Sock could send over towards the UAZ, and that's not good for Maluk. Not going to actually blow the vehicle up. Only going to do about 30 damage to Maluk. He's going to have to stick another first aid kit. That's 2 back-to-back for him now. J-Sank should be able to get into a position to help him here. You can see him driving around to try and get an off angle. J all day. trying to make the push up to the gas station. Maluk down on the downward slope of the hill. You can see J-Sank actually prone looking for the angle underneath the fence. That's going to be deadly if they come up. If they try and take cover up by the fence, J-Sank going to be able to get a lot of damage.
Finds one, gets a nice knock. Definitely going to be a good start for Hardshift's hold. Dodge, you can see on the map, they had an angle. They actually got the first kill against Elusive, which forced them to push up the hill in this way, but that's right into J-Sync's waiting arms. The nades going out, don't find anything, but the circle shift, we knew it was going to go there. Hardshifts and Elusive should both have been expecting to be in a rough situation, but that is why Hardshifts are going so aggressive. They want to finish this as quickly as possible, and the shots are clean from Lobes and J-Sync at the end to go 2 and 1. It was close to 2 and 2, but Dodge stole one away.
Yeah, nice little spray from Lobes there. That was clean with the headshot. They're going to clean that up pretty quickly. As we see elsewhere, 303 taking casualties. That's 3 down for 303 now, and actually Oath going to get...
That's 4.
All 3 of those kills. Snakers will fall to Clueless. I'm guessing that's a little bit of a third party, but Oath picking themselves up some more kill points as we jump back on board. So SDK trying to make a move onto Valier compound. Alo will fall outside the wall. No damage coming back over. SDK still on 0 kills, so definitely going to try and capitalize on this situation if they can get themselves inside the compound. But not sure if they're going to be able to cross over safely to get the res onto Alo.
Ooh, nade. Gonna push Civil back. If they can get down to Alo and get the revive, the smokes might help him. That wall could be playable. But Fabled is not going to give them an opportunity. But then the Comets, they're not focusing on SCK. They're going to get kills and drops where they can. And that's going to be one against Supernova. It's now just Hella and Greg Shot alive. Torn attention between two teams. Looked like Hella had an angle. It is Greg Shot, and it is going to be Yaxi that gets dropped. Alo crawled back to his team. Less than 1 HP. Able to get revived by Pretty Curdy.
Yeah, the problem is now that SDK... Oh, no.
That's a problem.
That's not the problem I was going to mention, but that's definitely another one. Alo's going to be on his second down now. Kurt also bleeding out. That's going to be the full reset for SDK.
It doesn't look like Fabled are going to go super aggressive. That might be another nade.
Oh,
That's
there's a
molly.
Molly.
You're crawling into the fire. Wrong way. Wrong way. Oh, no. Stick the revive. I think they still have it, but Fabled might be able to find another angle.
There's so much utility going up to try and convert this down right now. Elsewhere, we do see Oath go down in 13th place. Not entirely sure what just happened there, but Hardships as well falling in 12th place. So we're losing 2 teams in rotation. We know Hardships was one of the ones that had to come down from the north side of the river. That's not too much of a surprise. We did actually see them send it across the bridge in the background, but look who's creeping up on the backside of the compound, Cammy.
We're not done. Illusion crawled their way all the way from military base, and they are arriving in time to see if they can't get in on some of this action. Because they're going to want to get a couple of kills. They only got that one on the Taylor J. And they want more, but I think SDK are aware of their approach. And they're backing off, but shots onto them.
Is that, well, I
they're not backing off. They're still in the cars. They want these vehicles. Ooh, Alo, the knock against Top Dog is going to make it more difficult.
That was
trying to go for the second. Icy Flex forced to go below the bridge. What can you do? Wait for the circle shift. It's going to be towards the north, which is very, very good for Dodge. And you can see they have free range of the entire area. And that hilltop that they're playing around just to the west of the compound that Reno is in is quite fun. Yeah?
Radiance holding on to Volcano is going to be a strong position, and Lord knows they're a team that needs points, so hopefully you can have some kill points come their way as well. Not sure if we've caught eyes on... did Zenith go out? That was the only team I can think of that was east of Radiance, right? No, you can see Zenith still up. So you see Roth, Mystery, and Later still alive. So when it kickstart down for Zenith, that was one of the teams I was talking about that was out east of Volcano. You can see the 3-man of Sonics pulling up here, trying to take a look at Alamo. Mystery not spotted out just yet, but Mime just taking a little jump peek, see what you can see. Now, Shrims are going to open up with the MK, going to find Roth up on Volcano Hill. Mystery in the meanwhile, playing Rat here, might pick up Coffee. Oh no. Oh no, he did. Thank you.
Oh, he got it.
Oh my god.
That was so close. My breath stopped for a quick moment. But yeah, he absolutely needed to go big there because now Roth goes down.
I was going to say, Profi almost pulled a Greg shot, turning the 180 drop shot on him there.
Oh god, yeah, that would have been a great highlight reel. So I'm a little sad that it didn't happen, but I'm sure Zenith are quite happy that it went their way. But look, they can't even get the revival into Roth because Dodge aren't letting them, and that gives the perfect timing for H-Win to get the free spray down. It is now all onto Mystery, and they know exactly where he is. Fabled are eliminated in 11th place to the hands of SCK.
What's H-Win looking for up there? Unless they don't know that Kickstart's dead. If they still think they're 2 up and they know Mystery's down at Alamo and they're looking for the 4th player, I guess. But Mystery almost definitely going to die here. He's got one more kit after this one. Nades are coming down. That one didn't do any damage. He might just stay prone here and deny the point. Sonic's not necessarily a threat on the leaderboard just yet to Zenith. Although I think they're not far behind, right? They might be
far behind.
It's
been a good couple of games
in the cluster of 6 points.
Yeah. They're not out of the running just yet. But Sonics now, it looks like they don't care too much about Mystery anymore, and they're focused towards their north. But here, on Valier Compound, SDK, they stayed 4 strong, and they got a knock and a kill onto Pat Caps, but Alo does get traded by Yaxley, so it still hasn't been the cleanest fight for them. But they've been able to handle it fairly well so far. Still going to stay as 4 once they get the revive.
So not only is
Exodus play
up in the form of Vegas, but the 2 teams we saw scrapping out of the Crossroads are still up. Both solos still on Exodus and Illusion. As we see Pat Caps fall there. Vegas now hopping in a vehicle trying to send it center towards. We'll jump back on. You're actually going to send some shots towards Vegas, actually. Speaking of the devil. Kurt desperately looking for an angle or a way into the flat top here.
That distraction by Vegas might have helped him. I think that nade must have hit a wall and just stayed on the balcony.
It's not
Pretty Curdy's going super aggressive. Yeah, but there was a tree in a way, so we can give him a little bit of a benefit of the doubt. Everyone else playing on the roof. Victor, do they know that he has been playing so close this entire time? They're so focused on the garage building.
Victor's in the bathtub, surely.
He might be. Look at Uncivil coming in from the opposite angle as well. They're trying to put a full squeeze onto this compound. Uncivil's going in dry. Couple of shots. He's not full committing just yet. And they need to worry about the circle, too. It's going to start closing in, but an unfortunate push through the alleyway by Uncivil. That's going to be another knock and kill for the Comets. Pretty Curdy already in the vehicle. Luke shouldn't be too far behind. I don't know what Alo's going to be doing, but where can Purdy go?
I mean, he's got a little bit of a dip there, but it's going to be difficult to stay alive behind a UAZ just because of the ground clearance of that. If anybody's got a prone angle underneath it, I'm looking specifically towards Wildcard, but it's always easier to play that. Dacio's Luke not landing the shots necessary onto the bike. Comets are going to get away as 2, but they're going to pull up right on top of Wildcard.
Oh, no.
What are they doing?
What did he think those smokes were? That's what I want to know. That's 2 down for Comets. I think that's all of them out.
You just wanted to go for the run over, maybe?
Maybe.
It's
Nonetheless,
a bold
this
move,
does
Colin.
give SCK a little bit of freedom to leave the compound. Yeah. Are they going to make it? Spray down from Dodge. A couple of tags. They're seeing Alo down to half HP, but I think they're going to make it. Car on fire, but they stay alive. And but Mime has the angle. Alo down. It's now just Luke and Purdy standing. And they're in center circle, but very, very little cover.
Yeah, I don't think he can get the flush because of the sight lines, but Sonic's going to get the knock on. Alo's on like his 5th knock now, surely.
Surely. I think that's about right, actually. 9 lives. He's a cat, this one. He's as cute as one, too. Finna, holding the angle. Dodge, they're not so focused on SDK. They want the high ground to allow them to kill anyone and everyone. The circle shift towards the east side is favorable for everyone but Illusion and Wildcard. Oh, Radiants are also in this game still.
Somehow. I mean, I haven't seen
I haven't heard anything from them.
If we get a chance to hop over and see if they've got any kills, because they were one of the teams I was talking about earlier So it was very dependent on where teams decided to position. But I definitely, you're right, Cammy. I definitely haven't seen them in the kill feeds. You can see Mime and H was still up for Sonics, just hunting down. As you can see it on the left side, actually they do have. Oh no, so that's just placement, right? The live ranking on the left should take into account placement, I guess. Well, they've got 1 kill and then 2 placement points.
Mime, he wanted to find an angle into Radiance, but they didn't reveal themselves to him, and so he is pushing up north. What a brazen move. Very little cover, and he's forced to prone down, but no one is checking his position. He is trying to set up a crossfire onto Radiance's compound. But with only 2 members remaining on Sonics, how successful can you really expect it to be? H-Win's going loud, trying to pull all attention towards him, while Mime sneaks further and further inside the circle. This could actually be hilarious if it works out for the Sonics.
I mean, if there's any 2 that are going to pull it off, it's Mime and H-Win, right?
Let's look at Illusion. Is this going to be another game where
no, dude,
a solo player of Illusion? It's actually Icy Flex. It's still Icy Flex crawling up behind a team that think they have the strongest position. This could be a free one. Finish the kill. Finish it. Don't go for... Come on. Finish the kill. Okay, he does. He does. He gets at least another point for his team before Monty... Or it's actually be Reno that finishes him.
Icy Flex just the man to pick up a kill point. Scrappy.
Basements too. Wildcard able to get closer towards the circle, but you can see that their cover is even worse than STK's is. STK at least have a bowl to hide in, but Wildcard they have, well, nothing. And that's why they're out in 5th place.
Better game from Wildcard, though. We've not really seen them showing up towards the late game. It's a shame it was only 2 of them up. Again, Alo admiring the fire. Just, I guess that isn't there for him.
Probably not. Look at Finna. And actually the rest of Dodge following up behind him. Now that Wildcard are out, they know approximately where everyone is, or if not exactly where everyone is. And they have the freedom to move around the west side of the circle, slowly crawl up to STK. A couple of well-placed nades or a double peek. This could be disastrous, but I think STK are waiting for it. In fact, the vehicles are positioned perfectly.
STK are stacked up, though, so any utility coming down here is going to be very effective onto STK's defense. Can't see anything coming over the top from Dodge just yet. There's going to be some smoke cover coming down from STK. Going to throw down 2 just in front of the vehicles, but Finna now smoking off the angles towards Radiance. There's 1 right over the top. That's a Molotov. Not going to land just yet. Kurt actually wisely playing back on the rock here. Going to play a second angle. Finna will get the opening knock, though, onto Kurt.
Alo goes down as well, and he's going to be bleeding out super quickly because he's been knocked about 1,000 times so far.
Speed.
It's just Luke remaining. Smartly enough, not going for the revive because that would just put him out in the open. He's playing inside the smoke, seeing if he can't find something. He has the information, gets the first knock, tries to go for the second. Does actually get the second knock, but 3 is not in the cards for him. That's still a lot of damage towards Dodge and Radiance. They see that in the kill feed. They took out a member of Sonics. Is now just Mime remaining, and they are splitting off into 2 pairs.
Luke nearly had that.
Nearly had that, I know.
If it's lucky that wasn't on Mime, because he would have been straight on Twitter.
Reno, he's allowing the rest of his teammates to get themselves reorganized, and he's putting his focus back onto Radiance's compound. But does he know about Los and McCoy and their stretch towards the west, across the road, with the crossfire from their teammates staying in the safety of the compound? Mime in the blue, I think he's just going to die out there.
I'm confused here. They killed H-Win, which must have been a knock, which I guess is why Waldo's playing here, but I don't know why they wouldn't play to wipe the solo here. They split focus here. Lost will get the opening knock onto Reno. That's good for them, but I can't help but feel Mime's going to be problematic in this situation.
Lowe's trying to go for more, using the smoke cover to push ever forward, and another grenade coming out from McCoy. Another smoke from his own hands. The revive is coming out into Reno. This is going to keep Dodge at 3, but it is going to slow down their recovery of their control. Badilol has pushed out from the compound as well, partly because of the blue Still constricting. 1 minute and 40 left before it reaches dead center. And look at all the smoke that's happened. And Mime is still alive. I thought he was going to die out into the blue.
Yeah.
But Radiants are unaware of his location. Monty gets the first knock onto Battylol. And it's a full finish as well. So it makes it a 3 versus 3.
As I say, this is a problem though, because all this time, Mime is getting closer and closer. Waldo will return back onto Reno, so Finna and Reno will fall for dodge. Sonics might just get themselves a second place for their efforts here. Now they should swing back over. They must know where Mime is. Waldo looking back over this way. Lost looking back over this way. Just a matter of time here.
Ooh, gets a spray and gets one knock, but isn't able to finish it. But Radiance, a must-needed win